In this video, we're going to go over on how to touch off tools on our angle drop-down tree on the Work Center 302. So right now we got a job set up in here where we got that drop-down tree there with those two end mills in there. For this job, it's set to a 55-degree angle. So that's all set there and stuff like that. So we're going to go over on how to actually touch those tools off. So all this is going to be integrated into your main program. So how it's going to work is, I'll just reference the setup data here. We have it set up on about 5 macros to be able to touch that off. So as it's showing here, macro 510 is going to be our facing tool number. That can vary. For this job, it's tool 2. For your angle tool number that you're touching off, for this job we're only using 11 and 12, so it'll be 11 or 12. And then this U value for 512, and then a W value for 513. So where you get those two are off this Excel file. So our Excel file, and I already have it pulled up, is actually located, we have a quick little shortcut here, but if you need to find it, it is going to be in our public folder, shop floor, then we're going to go to Swiss turning, Work Center 302, and then right there it is. So, some more information you want to get off your setup data. On the tool list, it's going to have the angle that it's set at and then how far it's out from the cap. So the angle of that drop down tree is at a 55-degree angle, and the tools are sticking out 700 thou from the cap. So you're going to take that information and enter it in on this Excel sheet. So we got 55-degree angle, 700 thou, and that will give you your U value and then your W value. And you take those exact numbers and input them in to the machine on your 512 and 513 values. So what we're going to do right away is double check that. Right now the machine has been running. Those values should already be in there. So you can refer to a video on how to find your macros if you are having trouble finding them. So we're going to go to 510, 511, 512, and 513. So right now 510 is set to our tool 2, which is our facing tool. 511 is set to the tool that we want to touch off on that drop down tree. In this case, it's going to be tool 12. And then we have our U value in 512, and then 513 we have our W value. Those values are the ones that we got off the Excel sheet. So from there, those values are all correct. Now we're going to go to 575 and change that from a 0 to a 1. So now that that is at a 1, the program is going to, we're going to run our main program. We're going to shut the door. We're going to cycle start. It's going to ask you, G173 touch off? Yes, that's what I want to do. So I'm going to hit cycle start again. Then what it's going to do is it's automatically going to go and face for you, and then pull whatever tool you have up to a safe location, and then it's going to stop. At that point, it's going to say insert tool loose into tool holder. So upon setup, you wouldn't have any tools in there. So at this point, you would enter or put a tool in there, but since this machine is running, this would be the scenario where you need to change the end mill out at tool life. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop that tool out, clean it out really good, and then go from there. All right, now at this point I took the old tool out, Blew it out really good like normal, like what you would want to do on changing any other tool. Put it back in there. I just pushed it all the way back, and right now it is loose. So from here, I'm gonna shut the door and we're gonna hit cycle start again. So what that's gonna do is bring that tool in, jog the stock out. Now at this point, it says pull tool to stock and finger tighten. So we're gonna open up the door and we're gonna pull that tool out to the corner of the stock. The most critical thing on this is to make sure that that stock has a sharp corner, so we don't, if you have a new bar in there or anything like that, make sure that there is no chamfer or anything on that corner. So at this point, I pulled that tool out to the corner of the stock. So then we're going to run the next portion. We're going to hit cycle start, and then it pulls it off. At this point, it says to tighten the tool. So right now, it pulled it off of that stock, and now we're going to get in there with our wrenches and tighten the tool. Alright, so the tool is tightened down. We're going to put our oil line back. And now, once we hit cycle start from here, it's going to actually go and do an auto cutoff and start position for you and start to run your part. So then from there, you just watch the tool come in and all that. And yeah, it's simple, integrated into your main program, so there's no worrying about switching programs or anything like that. And yeah, it just starts running production for you right after we hit cycle start here, and then it will change that 575 macro back to a 0 automatically for you, and you're good to go.